The following is a presentation of RMG Sports, award-winning championship television.
The term champion is not taken lightly in the city of Pittsburgh. Its legendary tradition of sports excellence spans decades of achievement in virtually every sports arena. Today, the world's best drivers come to Pittsburgh to test their mettle on the Allegheny as Powerboat Superleague returns to Steeltown to crown their North American champions. Who will taste victory? Who will feel the pain of defeat? Who will be the next champion in Pittsburgh? Race fans, welcome to downtown Pittsburgh. It's time once again to kick up the waters of the Allegheny with Powerboat Superleague racing at the 35th annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta. I'm Jared Romsberg and welcome to my hometown. Both series of Powerboat Superleague are racing again this year. Last year in the Formula 3 feature, 22 Roddy Foreman from Austin, Texas led the field onto the course with the pole position. 52, Mike Hooper followed along in second, while 64, Toby Hood, and 10, Rob Rinker fought for third. Rinker would take the position, but with 6 laps to go, Rinker spun, and 8, Tammy Wolf-Jacob came along to challenge. Rob Rinker got back into the throttle and kept the final spot on the podium. The double deuce was way out in front by this time, and Roddy Foreman went on to win the F3 North American Championship. Foreman retired from Powerboat Superleague racing at the end of the 2011 season, so we will crown a new F3 champion. Here's Mike Tilton with last year's runner-up. Mike
Hooper last year, one more point would have given you the championship, but that didn't happen. But now it's 2012 and everybody's tied at 0. You still got Rob Rinker out there kind of running roughshod over the teams. What is your plans here at the EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta in 2012?
Well, Mike, you're right. We were almost grabbed the championship last year, missing by 1 point. But we're just going to do it all again this year and hopefully start at this race on top.
Guys, thanks. The Formula 2 race in 2011 saw a veteran driver return to the top of the podium. Tampa, Florida's Terry Rinker earned the pole position and took off with the lead. Past the race's midway point, second-place driver and past winner in Pittsburgh, Mark Jacob, had trouble and surrendered the second-place slot to Lakeland, Florida's Rob DeNicolantonio as he drifted to the center of the course. With only a handful of laps remaining, Hastings, Minnesota's Donnie Lick moved up 2 positions in as many laps, bringing the black and gold 11 into 4th. That's as high as he would get as Terry Rinker led every lap and crossed the line to take his first victory in Pittsburgh since 2005 and win the F2 North American Championship. Here's Mike with our champ. Mike.
Terry, last year was your year, 6 out of 7 wins, and now here we are in the pit area, and you've got some new equipment and some new faces in the pit area.
Oh yeah, had a great year last year, and my son Rob did a great job in the F3 class, and this year my son Ashton, he's back from the Marines and got himself a 120 boat, so Amzol's going to be out there with 2 boats in the Formula 2 and defending the crown in both Formula 2 and Formula 3 this year.
Well, let me ask you a question, Terry. If we come down to the checkered flag lap, 30 laps in the books, we're coming to take the checkered flag, and your son is just trying to pass you on the outside. Do you put the hammer down or do you drop back and let him win?
I'm pretty sure the hammer will stay down. If he can get a second this year, he'll be real happy, and if it's second right behind me, I'll be real happy too.
Thanks, guys. Plenty of action awaits us, fans, so don't move a muscle. We'll return to the 35th annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta's running of Powerboat Superleague racing right after this.
This presentation of Powerboat Superleague racing at the 35th annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta is brought to you by EQT, where energy meets innovation. Rivers Casino. Get your hands on this. Trib Total Media. Conservative views, objective news. Get it right now. By Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll only find in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. And by the Wyndham Grand. Pittsburgh's biggest hotel is getting bigger and better. This segment of Powerboat Superleague Racing is brought to you by EQT, where energy meets innovation.
Fans, welcome back to the Steel City as the 35th annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta is well underway. Hundreds of thousands are pouring onto the point here in Pittsburgh on this hot and humid July 4th holiday. As always, so much to see and do at the regatta, and the 2012 version was bigger and better than ever. The regatta has always been about family fun, and this year the Colcom Cool Off Kids Zone was a great place for kids of all ages to blow off some steam. They enjoyed many activities like the inflatables as well as the fantastic face and body painting by Jessica Kramer and others. And the misting tent was probably the most popular spot in the entire event as temps soared into the 90s and kids, parents, everyone enjoyed a refreshing spray of water. Here was another way they cooled off. UPMC was the sponsor of Point Skate Park, an artificial ice rink that attracted skaters of all kinds, to include a penguin or two. Former Pittsburgh Penguin and current radio broadcaster Phil Bork was on hand. Former Penguin great Pierre LaRouche was there as well, signing autographs and meeting fans as they tried out the unique attraction. And what would a summer event be without a beach? 200 feet of the south shore of the Allegheny was transformed into Regatta Beach. Kids had a blast playing in the sand and building some fantastic sand sculptures. And speaking of sand sculptures, check this out. Sensational was back. A 150-ton pile of sand was transformed by the sensational artists into this phenomenal scene depicting our founding fathers signing the Declaration of Independence. And back out on the water, the regatta welcomed Wisconsin's Beaverland Muskies. One of the best troops in the nation came to Steel Town to perform. Their fantastic show awed the crowd throughout the event as they performed on the Allegheny. Now that we're back on the Allegheny, let's get to Powerboat Superleague Formula 3 qualifying. Inclement weather and time restraints limited qualifying to the time trials. Let's meet our top 3 qualifiers. Starting third is Clifton, Illinois' Tammy Wolf-Jacob. This veteran driver has the experience to win in Pittsburgh, but she knows Pittsburgh is a rough place to race.
You know, it's all about acceleration in this sport, so we're just going to put our top prop on that gives us a lot of top end and acceleration, and it's all about getting to that first turn ahead of everybody else. And I mean, you've said it, it is a very, very tough field here in Pittsburgh, and we're just going to give it our all.
Another Canadian sits in the top 3 qualifiers as Markham, Ontario's Mike Hooper qualified second. Last year's runner-up in Pittsburgh is looking to use the rough waters of the Allegheny to his advantage.
This boat loves the rough water. It performs very well, better than most I see out there. And hopefully she's rough later on and we get a good start and get out front.
And on the pole, we find Tampa, Florida's Rob Rinker. While he is starting at the front of the dock, he knows the competition next to him is fierce. They will all be looking to get around the Ames Oil 10.
Yeah, they're all pretty good, and I think they'll maintain lane, and hopefully I can get a little more edge on them and pull it all the way through.
You think they're going to keep you honest on that first turn?
I'm pretty sure they'll stay on my tail the whole way.
Now let's meet the rest of the field for the 2012 Formula 3 North American Championship. Veteran offshore racer and Powerboat Superleague rookie Jeff Cresciano is starting fourth. The Pilot 58 boat has won in Pittsburgh twice with Brent Dillard behind the wheel. In fifth, it's the Iron Maiden Carol Reno. She's been on the podium here in Pittsburgh and is looking to get the connected Everglades Seasonings boat to the front of the pack. Next, we find veteran driver Bill Mastro in the 6th place slot. This former U.S. Air Force pilot is looking to get a great start off the dock and get his boat into the lead early. Longboat Key, Florida's Steve DeNicolantonio is next on the dock in 7th. This veteran racer has been racing for over 20 years and is looking for his first win in Pittsburgh. In 8th, we find the Skeeter-paced boat driven by Herd Racing's Dana Toms. Now in his 3rd year of racing, Toms is looking to finish strong. And in 9th, it's a familiar face to fans in Pittsburgh, our 09 Formula 2 winner, Jeff the Jet Reno. He's driving the Extreme Powerboat Racing boat. The fans are taking their seats in the bleachers. The boats are going into the water. Fans, Powerboat Superleague's 2012 F3 North American Championship at the 35th Annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta is next.
This segment of Powerboat Superleague Racing is brought to you by Rivers Casino. Get your hands on this.
fans, welcome back to Pittsburgh in the 2012 EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta's running of the Formula 3 North American Championship. We're getting them all lined up, gang. Riding along with Carol Reno there. Let's take a look at how they're going to line up at the dock. Rob Rinker has earned the pole for today's race. Mike Hooper, who finished second last year, he's going to start second alongside of Tammy Wolf-Jacob and the rookie JK, Jeff Cresciano. Strong field of competitors here as we now go dockside to the North Shore here in Pittsburgh. As the seconds tick down, all eyes are on the flagman. The fuel pumps are on. We're ready for launch. And we're racing in Pittsburgh.
There you go. Keep footage now. Good start, good start. You're clear to the inside. Mike did not start. No, Rob, no. Maintain your lane. You're pulling her. You're pulling. Rinker's on your inside. Rinker's inside. Other than that, you clear. You and Tammy. You and Tammy. You and Tammy. Don't let her get the overlap. You stay on that lane. She has no overlap. There you go.
Rob Rinker takes off with the lead.
All right, punch it out of there now. Punch it out of there and go.
But Tammy Wolf-Jacob in the pink 8 boat stays right in his hip pocket as they come down the front stretch.
Make sure you go past that turn. The car's going to bring you into it. Give yourself the through. Go back outside.
Rinker follows the advice of his dad, Terry Rinker, who's a 2-time winner here in Pittsburgh, as he flies now down the backstretch in front of the thousands at Point State Park. Here comes a battle for third. Right behind them, Bill Mastro in the 89 cuts down on Carol Reno. The Iron Maiden gets boxed out as Bill Mastro, the former Air Force pilot, moves the 89 into third. Mastro takes off down the front stretch with the slot, and look at who comes alongside. It's Mike Hooper. Welcome to the party, Mr. Hooper. Mike Hooper was left at the dock at the start.
Where's the Oracle? He's way out, you're outside, you're past him. Just keep going after Carol.
Here comes Hooper on the inside, he's gonna throw the, oh! Almost making contact with Carol Reno. Almost a disaster.
Woo, that was close.
A close one is right. You can see how JK now moves to the outside. Elk River, Minnesota's Jeff Cresciano, running his first race with Powerboat Superleague, was at ground zero for what could have been a disaster early in this race. As Mike Hooper now, oh, look at him turn that turn 4 buoy, and now they're going to go side by side for position.
No, Mike, we can get Carol here and then go after Billy.
Here comes Mike Hooper on the inside of Carol Reno. She's watching him in the mirrors. Here he comes on the inside, and Mike Hooper's going to take the 4th place slot.
Okay, the corner's yours. Corner's yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Hooper was the last one to lead the dock in 3 laps into this race. He is now up to 4th place. But everybody's chasing this young man. Tampa, Florida's Rob Rinker in the AMSOIL 10.
Yeah, continues to chew up coming towards the turn. Turn looks pretty good. Probably lead 2 in the turn looks best.
Terry Rinker serving as Rob's turn 1 spotter. Now we've got a battle for 5th coming out of turn 4 and down on front stretch. Here comes Jeff Cresciano on the inside of Carol Reno, and the woes continue for the Iron Maiden as now the rookie Jeff Cresciano moves in and takes the 5th place slot away from Reno. Cresciano driving a boat that has won here several times with Brent Dillard as the driver. Cresciano, a rookie in Powerboat Superleague competition, and he better not let up on that throttle because Carol Reno has been on the podium and she'd love to go back. But here's Rob Rinker once again following the mantra of Team Rinker Racing. They get out in front, hit the throttle, don't look back, don't let up. Rob Rinker finished 3rd here last year, guys, and he's running strong here in 2012. As you can see now riding aboard 2nd place Tammy Wolf-Jacob. That white dot on the horizon now going into turn 4 is Rob Rinker. Rinker's now on the front stretch, and Tammy Wolf-Jacob is just now leaving the back stretch as we see Mike Hooper now start to sneak up on Bill Mastro. He's going to challenge Mastro for the 3rd place slot. Last spot on the podium, gang. Mike Hooper from Markham, Ontario, Canada, finished 2nd here last year. He finished 2nd in championship points. He's looking for the 1st place slot, and he's got to make his way through some talented drivers to get there as he's riding in 4th place with Bill Mastro in front of him and the rookie Jeff Cresciano right behind him.
That's it. Just keep driving right past him on the outside. You'll get him. You got lots of time.
Great advice coming into Hooper. This isn't a 7-lap race. This is a 20-lap race. As we can see, Mike Hooper now starting to make some time up on Bill Mastro as the 2 go into turn 3. Well, Mastro has trouble in turn 4. Here it goes, Mike Hooper on the outside. They're going to try to make it side by side as they fly down the front stretch. Mike Hooper on the outside, Bill Mastro in the 89 on the inside. Here comes Hooper. He's got to run on Mastro on the outside.
Attaboy, just drive right past him and let him back off for the corner.
Inches apart, ladies and gentlemen, as they went into that turn at 85 miles an hour. Mike Cooper takes it wide outside of turn 2, keeping his momentum going. Now he's going to cut back down to the inside. He wants to get that inside line. That's the preferred line. That's coveted territory here in powerboat racing. That's the shortest way around the course. But Bill Mastro, he's going to try to slam the door on him. Oh, and Hooper takes the turn wide outside of turn 4. Here comes Jeff Cresciano on the inside.
Orange straight back onto your inside.
Hooper's spotter letting him know what's going on behind him as we watch Bill Mastro having a career day here in Pittsburgh. A fantastic run, starting 6th on the dock. Here he is all the way up in 3rd and giving our 2nd place finisher last year, Mike Hooper, a run for his money. Mastro's been able to hold Hooper off in the turns, but you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Hooper is catching up to Mastro on the straightaways with Jeff Cresciano right behind them. But in 2nd place, we find the pink 8 boat of Tammy Wolf-Jacob.
Clear all around. Clear all around.
Sam Haraway on the radio speaking with Tammy Wolf-Jacob, spotting for her today in Pittsburgh. Tammy finished 4th here in Pittsburgh last year, but in 2010, she earned a podium finish, finishing 3rd. But like every driver on the water, she's looking to get to that 1st place slot. Right now, not in too bad a shape, riding 2nd. Tammy's been racing boats for over 17 years, last year finishing 4th in Powerboat Superleague Formula 3 point standings. And she's got a great start on the 2012 season, but there's Rob Brinker already on the back stretch, and there goes Tammy Wolf-Jacob still on the front stretch for Formula 2 North American Championship Racing from Pittsburgh when we come back right after these words.
This segment of Powerboat Superleague Racing is brought to you by Trib Total Media, conservative views, objective news. Get it right now.
Fans, welcome back to Pittsburgh, where the Formula 3 North American Championship of Powerboat Superleague is well underway as we watch Mike Cooper start to pester Tammy Wolf-Jacob for 2nd. Now, when we left, Mike Cooper was in 4th. How did he get the 3rd? Well, let's take a look. Just as we went to break, Mike Cooper moved on the inside of Bill Mastro, taking the inside line. Mastro did everything he could to try to shut the door, but he left it open just a little bit right there in turn 4, and Cooper hit the throttle. These two went side by side, a spirited battle, but it was Black Magic, number 52, piloted by Mike Cooper, taking the position. And now Hooper in 3rd, continuing to pester Tammy Wolf-Jacob. He's going to have to thread the needle between her and the Skeeter Pace number 75 boat driven by Dana Toms. Dana Toms wisely moves out of the way. And here comes Mike Cooper. He's going to try to come up alongside of Tammy Wolf-Jacob.
He's still about 4 or 5 boat lengths behind him.
4 or 5 boat lengths, but that distance continues to dwindle every lap as Mike Cooper uses that wide turn out of turn 4 to keep his momentum rolling. Now we catch up with our leader, Rob Brinker, who's amassed a huge lead.
Nice running, Rob. Free and clear. That's good. Water's clear. All right, just keep her smooth now. Keep her smooth. The water's still chewed up down here. It's kind of messed up in this turn, too, so be careful.
Well, Brinker has amassed a huge lead. You know that his crew chief, James Chambers, and his dad, Terry Rinker, both on the radio talking to him, not letting him let up. There's still 3 laps to go in this race, and anything can happen on this liquid speedway here in Pittsburgh.
Still holding about the same, Now you got, crossing 5 to 6 boat lengths, only 5 to 6. Just stay on the buoys.
Tammy Wolf-Jacob riding in 2nd place, being reminded to stay close to those buoys, not to surrender that inside line to Mike Cooper, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter because he's carrying a ton of momentum outside of turn 2 once again. Here they go, side by side, battle for 2nd, 2 laps to go. Mike Cooper's trying the outside line, but Tammy Wolf-Jacob is trying to rock it on the inside, holding that inside line. 85 miles an hour into turn 3. Whoa, look out! Oh, I don't know if they made contact or not, but once again, that could have been a disaster with only 2 laps to go. Hooper back on his horse, side by side for 2nd.
Outside, you coming by.
Hey, you're just beside her.
Here comes Mike Cooper on the outside. And Mike Cooper, with 2 laps to go, takes the 52 into 2nd.
Trim it up, get away from her.
He's got the slot, now he's got to keep the slot.
Woo! Way to go, buddy. Great move. You're going to come up to the white flag, okay, on your next straightaway.
Mike Cooper and his team have every reason to celebrate. Their engine misfired on the start. They were the last ones to leave the dock, and here they are on the final lap in 2nd place.
There you go. Oh, okay, there you go. Run it to the checker. Good job, boy. Run to the checker flag. All right, checker's coming out. Good job, checker flag.
The congratulations are starting to roll in already for this man, our new North American champion from Tampa, Florida, Rob Brinker. Team Amsoil absolutely dominated today, qualifying first, leading every lap. There goes Mike Cooper in second, heading into turn 3. There goes Tammy Wolf-Jacob in the pink 8 boat in third. Now she's starting to feel a little bit of heat coming in from Jeff Cristiano. He comes on the inside. He threads the needle outside of turn 4. Here they go side by side. Final stretch, final lap. Here they come side by side, trading paint, coming up the line. Wow, they're looking to blow over. Almost blew over. Here they come to the line. Oh, wow, what a finish.
The fight to the finish. I don't know when he went up, when you went up, but that's the end of the race, Tammy. That's it, I think.
That is indeed the end of the race. The checkered flag is out, and what a fight for the third place slot. The rookie Jeff Cristiano going toe-to-toe with the veteran Tammy Wolf-Jacob, almost blowing over. Look at that race, fans.
You got third, Tammy. You got third.
All right, that's good.
After that, Tammy Wolf-Jacob happy to take third. Look at the lower left-hand corner of your screen, fans. Look at how close that fight was. Look at how close Jeff Cristiano and Tammy Wolf-Jacob in the pink 8 were to colliding as they came down to the checkered flag. But this guy's got the checkered flag. Rob Brinker's your winner in Pittsburgh. We'll catch up with him after this.
This segment of Powerboat Superleague Racing is brought to you by the Wyndham Grand. Pittsburgh's biggest hotel is getting bigger and better.
Fans, welcome back to Pittsburgh, where we're watching our new North American champion, Rob Brinker, do his victory lap here in the Steel City. But we have to go back to lap 4, fans, and clarify what's happened here in the race. Some bad news for our second place finisher, Mike Cooper. Here we see on lap 4 as he comes into turn 1, he clips the buoy there. Now, while he didn't dislodge the buoy, he did deflate the buoy. And when you deflate a buoy in Powerboat Superleague Racing, 1 lap deduction. That moves our second place finisher, Mike Cooper, all the way back to 7th. And now Mike Tilton is standing by at Rivers Casino with our new third place finisher, Mike.
JK, a good third place run. I tell you, you and Tammy Wolf just had the crowd on their feet there at the end. What was it like from your seat?
Oh, I actually didn't think I was going to make it through. But no, it was a good race. I got a bad start, knocked off a few people, got back where I thought I should have been. It was excellent. Pittsburgh was excellent. My crew did a great job. I couldn't ask for anything more. It was probably the best race in F3 that I've been involved in.
Thanks, guys. We tried to catch up to Mike Cooper to get his comments after the race. Unfortunately, he had already loaded up and was on his way back to Ontario. Here's Mike Tilton with our new second place finisher.
Tammy Wolf, great start here in the Formula 3 final, and ran a great race. And then there at the end, Jay Kirkashana was coming up on you, but you held him off.
Yeah, it was one of our tightest finishes so far, and I thought it was going to go for a swim, and probably myself, but I didn't want to let off the gas. And we had a really exciting race. I got to thank Peters and May, the world leader in marine transportation company that has backed us, and Mercury Marine and Lucas Oil. They have been absolutely phenomenal sponsors, and they've just been backing us. And we had a great time here at the Three Rivers Regatta in Pittsburgh. It's gorgeous with over 500,000 spectators, and we're hoping to come back and, not get a second place. We got to, work a little harder next year.
With the win, Rob Brinker picks up right where he left off in 2011. He's on top of the leaderboard in the Formula 3 championship points. Here's Mike Tilton with our champ, Mike.
Rob Brinker last year here at the EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta, you barrel rolled the boat, you wind up finishing third. That was a great accomplishment. But this year, you're the EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta champion and the brand new 2012 North American champion. You happy about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. I'd say it worked this weekend.
I tell you what, you were out there ahead of the field. You had them all spanked by about a half a lap. At that point in time, did you ever back off, or did you just keep your foot on the floor?
No, never back off. That's what my dad always tells me, because in this water especially, it only takes one mistake, and they'll be right behind you, right on top of you at any moment. And this water today was definitely rough. Maybe not as rough as last year, but plenty of holes in the water to take you out.
Well, I'm happy to shake hands with the brand new North American champion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations to Rob Brinker on his big win in the F3s. Fans, we're only halfway done. Don't move a muscle. We have the F2s and so much more coming up.
This segment of Powerboat Super League Racing is brought to you by Bubba Burger. You'll never bite a burger better than a Bubba.
Fans, welcome back to the 35th annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta on a sweltering Independence Day holiday. Fans coming from throughout the region, estimated crowd once again well over 500,000 people. They come here for the food, they come here for the fun, they come here for the music. And this year, the regatta did not let them down. ABBA Mania, an ABBA cover band, was on the main stage at Point State Park, having a great time getting people up on their feet. And some great music for the summertime. How about some Beach Boys classics? The Beach Party Boys were on hand, a cover band that does the Beach Boys hits. Everybody was up and dancing at Point State Park for them, having a great time. Live music has always been a huge part of the regatta, and it doesn't get much bigger than this. They packed them in at Rivers Casino, gang, for America. They entertained a capacity crowd at Rivers Casino with their hits like Ventura Highway, Lonely People, A Horse with No Name, and so many more. What a great show. The regatta always has great entertainment on the water, on the land, and also in thin air. Lasertainment was on hand at Point State Park. Their laser and music show dazzled thousands every night throughout the event. And of course, on the 4th of July, it was the EQT Flashes of Freedom Fireworks Fantasia, lighting up the skies over the Golden Triangle. Hundreds of thousands of fans came to the Steel City for all of the events in Pittsburgh, making the EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta's 35th annual show one to remember. Now let's move from the skies back down to the water for Powerboat Super League Formula 2 qualifying for their North American Championship. In the first of two heat races, defending series champion and race winner in Pittsburgh, Terry Rinker shot out with the lead as the AMSOIL 10 led the field to the commitment buoy where they stacked up 3 wide behind him. 2010 winner in Pittsburgh 7, Mark Jacob had a spirited battle with 32, Merv Bjork for third. But that battle would end in turn 4 as Jacob had trouble as Bjork assumed third behind 27, Mark Profit. A few laps later, Mark Profit had trouble in turn 3. The second place driver would fall back into pack as boat after boat went by him outside of turn 4. All of this trouble behind him, Terry Rinker was able to amass a huge lead and he went on to win Heat Race 1. At the start of the second heat race, it was a familiar name taking off with the lead. 80, Brent Dillard, our two-time Formula 3 North American champion and two-time winner in Pittsburgh in the Formula 3 ranks, led the fleet into turn 3. But Dillard's stay in the lead was short-lived as our 2010 winner Mark Jacob moved alongside and beat him through turns 1 and 2, moving the Red 7 into the lead. But Jacob's stay at the lead was short-lived as the next lap he would barrel roll his boat, take himself out of contention, and force a restart. On the restart 10, Terry Rinker moved the AMSOIL 10 off the dock in a hurry, but Brent Dillard moved alongside in the orange 80, and these two would fight into turn 3. The field lined up 3 wide behind him to watch Terry Rinker come out of turn 4 and pick up right where he left off in Heat Race 1, leading Heat Race 2. The battles continued behind him as 80, Brent Dillard, and 11, Donnie Lick made contact outside of turn 4. Donnie Lick was able to keep going, but Brent Dillard's boat was severely damaged in the contact, and he would limp back to pit road and would be out of the main event. Once again, all this drama behind him allowed Terry Rinker to take off with the lead, and he would win Heat Race 2. With qualifying complete, let's meet your top 3 starters for Powerboat Super League's Formula 2 North American Championship. Starting third is Hastings, Minnesota's Donnie Lick. He says that if you think qualifying was rough, wait till you see the race.
Yeah, it's rough. It's real rough. There's a couple boats that are out, a couple different reasons why. I mean, the water's rough. Pittsburgh, it's always rough here.
Starting second is another Minnesotan, Merv Bjork from Zimmerman, Minnesota. He's surprised he's qualified so well here on the Allegheny.
Well, actually, I didn't know that until now that I was actually second on the dock, so that is quite a accomplishment on my part, I guess, for the first time ever here. So I'm happy with it, very happy.
And starting on the pole is our defending race winner in Pittsburgh, Terry Rinker. Despite his dominance in qualifying, he knows there's room for improvement.
Yeah, I tell you what, qualifying went well. We were a little bit slow on our time trial and made kind of a hiccup on the lap, but the old 2-liter just coming off the dock great today, so we're jumping those guys and took off to the lead the first heat, and second heat after the accident, took off again right to the lead, so Amsoil boat's just running great today.
Now let's meet the rest of the drivers in the starting grid for the 2012 Formula 2 North American Championship. Lakeland, Florida's Rob DiNicolantonio has the Bubba Burgers 33 in the 4th place slot. Jacksboro, Tennessee's Mark Profit in his first race on the Allegheny has the Marine Contractors 27 in 5th. 2009 race winner in Pittsburgh, Jeff the Jet Reno from Okeechobee, Florida will start 6th. The Hurricane Michael Floyd from Rincon, Georgia has the Wyndham Grand 75 sitting in 7th. Despite barrel rolling his boat, our 2010 winner in Pittsburgh, 7, Mark Jacob, will start 8th. Two-time Formula 3 winner in Pittsburgh, Brent Dillard earned a 9th place slot but will not start due to damage to his boat. Powerboat Superleague rookie Ashton Rinker qualified 10th but will not start due to mechanical issues with the Amsoil 20. Mechanical issues will also sideline our 11th place qualifier, Derek Hallman from Glenville, Georgia. And the last slot on the dock is occupied by the Trick Shot 22, driven by Lesage, West Virginia's Dana Toms. Fans have packed the Great Lawn on Pittsburgh's North Shore. The bleachers at Point State Park are filled. The parade laps have begun. We'll race the Formula 2 North American Championship here at the 35th Annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta when we come back.
This segment of Powerboat Superleague Racing is brought to you by Trick Shot Penetrating Lubricant. Trick Shot is non-flammable and 100% biodegradable, making it ideal on or off the water. Give it a shot today. Go to itdoesthetrick.com.
Race fans, we welcome you back to the shores of the Allegheny River, where both sides are absolutely packed with race fans as they are all anxiously awaiting the start of Powerboat Superleague's Formula 2 North American Championship here at the 35th Annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta. Terry Rinker, your pole sitter, but a long list of qualified drivers lining up next to him as we go dockside here to the North Shore of Pittsburgh. The calm before the storm. The fuel pumps are on. All eyes are on the flagman as we wait for the drop of the flag.
Good start, it's all you!
The 2012 Formula 2 North American Championship is underway in Pittsburgh.
Come on, let's punch it now. Lick's close. He's really close. He's got speed on you. You gotta go now. You gotta go now. Right beside you. Got Reno right beside you. All right, he's still back there. Keep a good turn on this one.
The field stacking up 3 wide in turn 4 as they come out of turn 4. But looky here, Donnie Lick is trying to track down our defending champion, Terry Rinker, who's struggling to get away. Donnie Lick in the black and gold, number 11, as they're going to go side by side behind him and absolutely pummel Rob DiNicolantonio back in 5th. Mervyn Bjork on the inside, Mark Profit on the outside, and they're going to go side by side for position as they come out of turn 2. Mervyn Bjork on the inside, Mark Profit on the outside. Here they go, battle for third as Donnie Lick is still staying within a few boat lengths of our leader, Terry Rinker. Side by side for third as Merv Bjork holds the inside line, but nobody goes too far out of turn 4. And here comes Mark Profit on the inside. Terry Rinker trying to get away.
He's staying inside you. He's staying inside on the exit. You gotta go. All right, he's back outside. He's running strong.
Rinker's spotters telling him all about Donnie Lick right in his 6 as we ride along with the Hastings, Minnesota driver as they're going to go side by side for position behind him again. And here comes Rob DiNicolantonio up on there. He's going to try to get in on a fight, but Mark Profit is about 3 boat lengths ahead as the battle for third heats up as they go into turn 3. 27, Mark Profit on the inside. There goes Merv Bjork on the outside, and right behind him, Rob DiNicolantonio and the Bubba Burgers 33, doing what he can to stay in the fight.
Rob, just slowly catching on. You got 27 more laps to get him.
Robbie D's team reminding him this is a 30-lap race. Take his time, hit the turns, hit his marks as we watch Mark Profit in 3rd, the Marine Contractors 27. Gang, this is his first time, his first race on the Allegheny, and he is currently 3rd. The Jacksboro, Tennessee native running a great race so far. Also running a great race, Merv Bjork in the 32. This is his first time on the Allegheny as well, and everybody's trying to chase this guy down. Terry Rinker from Tampa, Florida, our defending champion, but he is under assault still. Donnie Lick from Hastings, Minnesota, in the beautiful black and gold 11, a fan favorite here in Pittsburgh, loving the black and gold.
Okay, Donnie, maintain distance that time. Take him on the inside.
Rinker's spotters keeping him abreast of the situation with the number 11 behind him. Donnie Lick trying to catch up as they get by the trick shot boat of Dana Toms. Here comes Mark Profit riding in third, skipping the Marine Contractors boat across the top of the water. As we ride with Robbie D. Rob DeNicolantonio, you can see how rough the Allegheny is getting here early in this race, and it's only going to get worse as Profit zips that boat around. Whoa, we see Murph York goes wide. Murph York went wide out of turn 2. And here comes Robbie D on the inside. Rob DeNicolantonio on the inside. Murph York in the Jeep 32 on the outside. They're going to try to go side by side. Here they come into turn 3, 110 miles an hour, side by side. Rob DeNicolantonio hooks that turn, brings the boat around as the Bubba Burgers 33 moves up to 4th.
Stay at it, you'll pick the other guy off. Good job. Good job. He's beside you, about 4 boats back, outside of him.
Fans, you can see the setting sun now could cause some visibility issues as they come down the front stretch. Rob DeNicolantonio now in turn 2. Well, Murph York almost does it again. Almost barrel rolls his boat outside of turn 2 as he continues his pursuit of that Bubba Burgers 33. Rob DeNicolantonio. Last year, Rob DeNicolantonio finished second behind Terry Rinker. This is a brand new boat, new sponsor, and now he's back in 4th, struggling to get across the Allegheny to get up there and get a podium slot once again here in Pittsburgh.
Just settle in, don't overdrive it. It'll come to you.
Once again, the subtle reminder being given to Rob DeNicolantonio from his team that this is a 30-lap race, not a 5-lap race, not a 10-lap race. Lots of racing to go. Riding in 5th, we find the Jeep-sponsored 32 of Murph York. Again, gang, this is his first race on the Allegheny, and he is in the top 5. And right behind him, we see the Hurricane, number 75, Michael Floyd, out of Rincon, Georgia. Floyd finished 6th last year in Pittsburgh, and that's his current position right now as we continue to click off the laps here on the Allegheny.
Still clear all around. Still clear all around. Nothing close.
Sam Haraway working as the spotter for Michael Floyd. As we see Floyd leaving turn 2, he's got to get on his horse. Here comes the leader, Terry Rinker, now coming into turn 1. Terry Rinker picking up right where he left off last year. He has led every lap of the race for almost 2 years now. Led every lap last year. He has led every lap so far in this race. Once again, absolute domination by Team Amsoil. Whoa, narrowly avoiding disaster there.
Let's go punch it out of there.
Rinker skipping through the turn like that, certainly not going to make his crew chief James Chambers happy. Voiced his displeasure on the radio because this guy's right behind him. Donnie Lick put on a whale of a show last year in that black and gold number 11. With 5 laps to go, he was sitting in the 6th place slot. In 2 laps, he moved up 2 positions, and if that race would have been 35 laps instead of 30, he might have got a podium finish, might have got around Jeff Reno, who finished 3rd last year. And speaking of 3rd, look at Mark Profit just jumped that boat across the top of the Allegheny. Another first-time driver here in Pittsburgh, but he's looking like he's got this course mastered. So while Donnie Lick keeps his eyes on the horizon, he's got to keep at least one eye in the mirror because the Marine Contractors 27 is right behind him. And everybody's behind this guy, Terry Rinker, and we're going to ride along with him as we go out to a break. We'll be back with the conclusion of the Formula 2 North American Championships here in Pittsburgh right after this.
This segment of Powerboat Superleague Racing is brought to you by RDI Interiors, specializing in designing, customizing, and refurbishing all makes and models of corporate or executive aircraft. Learn more at RDIinteriors.com.
Race fans, welcome back to the waning laps of the Formula 2 North American Championship here at the 35th Annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta. As we look off the back of our leader, Terry Rinker, we see a new boat in 2nd place. Back on lap 17, our then 2nd place boat, Donnie Lick, in the black and gold number 11, got pinched to the outside by the lap 75 of Michael Floyd. Into the inside went Mark Profit, number 27 in the Marine Contractors boat, and into 2nd place went Mark Profit as he absolutely hit the afterburners and tried to disappear out on the horizon. Donnie Lick wouldn't give up without a fight. He chased him for a couple laps, but Mark Profit in his first run on the Allegheny, now riding in second, would extend the distance between himself and Donnie Lick. But this guy, Terry Rinker, is in charge.
Turn the boat. Yeah, go. Profit's gaining. He's gaining. You got to go.
Team AMSOIL crew chief James Chambers on the radio telling Terry Rinker not to let up. Mark Profit not too far behind. Fatigue has got to be a huge factor now. Sweltering heat in Pittsburgh today.
You're coming, Rob. You might catch Donnie Lick. Yeah. Slowing down is what it is.
Report coming in from, whoa, Rob Lantonio skipping across the top of the water in turns 3 and 4 there. Word coming in that this guy, Donnie Lick, is starting to slow down a little bit. Donnie Lick riding in third. He's got the last slot on the podium. And Rob Lantonio now, he's still out on the front stretch, but he's going to do what he can with only a few laps remaining, try to catch up to Donnie Lick and take that third place slot. Terry Rinker, again, gang, what can we say? Absolute domination. Here he goes looking to put Merv Bjork, who started second on the dock, another lap down. Terry Rinker has led every lap of this race as he flies into turn 3, 110 miles an hour for Team AMSOIL. Terry Rinker, defending race winner here in Pittsburgh, defending North American champion, defending series champion, the one guy that's been giving him a run for his money all race long. The boat on the inside, 27, Mark Profit with that beautiful flaming color scheme on the side. Profit has been racing a solid race all day long, started all the way back in 5th on the dock. Here he is in second, trying to chase down Terry Rinker, and that's a tough order with only 2 laps to go.
Come on, turn. Oh, wait, we lost the ground there. Let's go. Go.
Man, James Chambers not giving an inch to Terry Rinker, not letting up at all, letting him know the look at Mark Profit. 1 lap to go, coming up to the white flag, and Mark Profit is not letting up. He is absolutely flying that boat across the top of the Allegheny. Terry Rinker now out of 2. Mark Profit now in turn 1. Mark Profit trying to make it interesting as Terry Rinker skips down the backstretch, showing off to the tens of thousands of fans of Point State Park that have been loving this fantastic performance by Team AMSOIL and everyone with Powerboat Superleague.
Okay, run to the checker. Rob, confirm the checkers out.
And here comes Terry Rinker down the front stretch. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. Your champion again in Pittsburgh from Tampa, Florida, Terry Rinker.
And there it is. Damn, it's rough out here. Hey, good call on the race, guys. Congrats. Great win.
The F2 post-race show from Pittsburgh is next.
This presentation of Powerboat Superleague Racing at the 35th Annual EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta was brought to you by EQT, where energy meets innovation. Rivers Casino. Get your hands on this. Trib Total Media. Conservative views, objective news. Get it right now. By Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll only find in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. And by the Wyndham Grand. Pittsburgh's biggest hotel is getting bigger and better.
Fans, welcome back to Pittsburgh, where a short time ago we saw James Chambers join Terry Rinker for the victory lap. Now let's go to Rivers Casino, where Mike Tilton's standing by with the third place finisher.
Donnie Lick, third place here at the EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta. You got to be happy. I know you wanted that number 1 spot, but third's not too bad with this field of boats that we had.
Yeah, we were running good. We qualified pretty decent this week. Just couldn't get the boat real happy today on the water. Just a couple weeks ago we did real well, but we struggled a little bit. But yeah, third place is real good.
Well, next year we're going to come back, do it all over again, just tune it up a little bit more and go for that number 1 spot.
Yep, we'll be back for sure.
Thanks, guys. As we take a look at the official results, we see Rob Lantonio and Michael Floyd rounded out the top 5. Now Mike Tilton standing by with our second place finisher, Mike.
Mark Profit, second place, but coming in second place to Terry Rinker, that's no small feat in itself.
Oh, no, not at all. It was a tough day. We done everything all one day, qualified on the pole, had all kinds of problems during our heat races, and then just kind of drove around everybody and started running Terry down towards the end, and actually broke a trim switch, and I was happy where I was at with second place.
Well, coming back next year, we're going to do the North American Championships again. Really, you only got one guy to beat.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot of guys out here that's fast, but Terry's got a big red X or a big black X on him, and we're going to come get him.
As the celebration continues in Pittsburgh, we take a look at the championship points. Pittsburgh was race 1 of the 2012 season for Powerboat Superleague. And now Mike is standing by with the man of the hour. Mike.
Terry Rinker, 3-time Pittsburgh champion. Now it's your second North American championship in Pittsburgh. We might as well name this city Rinkertown.
Well, I tell you what, can't say enough about my AMSOIL team giving me a great ride. I mean, challenging course out there in Pittsburgh, and to finish here first 3 times, 2 North American championships, I can't say enough about how I love to race here and just win here.
Well, with James Chambers as your crew chief and your sons with you, it was a family weekend that probably won't be forgotten.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. My son won yesterday. We took the championship home today. I just can't say enough about the great time we have here in Pittsburgh.
Congratulations, Terry.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, guys. Well, 2012 has been yet another unforgettable EQT Pittsburgh Three Rivers Regatta. Hundreds of thousands came to Steeltown for great music, fantastic food, family fun, and so much more. In Powerboat Superleague racing, we saw Team AMSOIL make it a clean sweep with Rob Rinker winning the Formula 3 North American Championship. Then his father, Terry, successfully defended his Formula 2 North American Championship. Thanks for watching, fans. On behalf of Mike Tilton and the entire RMG Sports Production crew, I'm Jared Romsberg. We'll see you in 2013.